Yeah, thank you so much, John, and thank you for the invite. So, yeah, and also maybe sorry for being a bit late because I was also organizing my own climate day today for Berlin government. So I'm working also for Berlin government and as a climate coach, like official climate coach. So basically I'm working on transformation of organization, transformation of the city, and so that we have our own climate roadmap until 2045. But before maybe I go into myself, I really want to know, like today, because I see like today maybe like young leaders here in the room, I would love to ask you like a question. So if you think your actions now are shifting like the future, so maybe first of all, do you think that? So the actions that you are doing now in your job, in your leadership position is shaping the future? Yeah? Raise your hand. Okay. And maybe like for the ones who is like thinking it's not shaping for the future, so maybe this is like a question like to take it, how we can actually bring this, also this communication between us, between the young leaders, because we are here also to support and also to inspire, give inspiration. What we are doing here today also is about a very nice topic, gamification, and so maybe like to think about it like through all the workshop day, how we can actually exchange and how we can actually find like common ground, that we can like really shift this phase, maybe not just one as an individual, but all together. So this is maybe like to think for you for the next hour. And perfect, thank you so much. Okay, so my topic actually, like what I wanted to give you today, how can young leaders foster sustainable education and action? Because some of you are already thinking that you are already acting for it. So in my role here, as I was introduced, I'm also like founder of Sustain.ALL. We are a collaboration lab on sustainable development goals here at the TU Berlin. And I founded it like 5 years ago to bring, like really make an impact projects like between big companies and between the academia. So really how we can like bridge these two worlds together so we can really make an impact. So this was like my starting point, and I will tell you like in the next slides like how we did this and how is like our methodology, and yeah, and it's also TU Berlin Einstein Center is also one of the sponsors. So like let me move. Okay, so maybe the first thing, like when we are thinking about like sustainability or like doing actions or like doing in our like water proficiency, since I was like also doing like water trade, so this was my bachelor thesis, to design like a wastewater treatment plan. But we are thinking now like there are like so many things that are happening in this field, also in the water field. So how we really like connect like to make an impact. There's like people who thinks like, okay, like I'm already doing maybe something, but it doesn't has an impact, so maybe I feel like powerless or small. And maybe there's also like not the disconnection between two disciplines or maybe in one discipline, and there are like so many options, and also greenwashing is happening, so and there's so many misinformation, so there are so many things already like in the field is happening, and maybe feel also like a bit, not maybe we, but also like the citizens. So I think like there's a connection point, how we bring like all this knowledge like from us also to outside. So how we can share and how we can maybe collaborate and co-create also with the different organizations. So this was like my starting point, as I said. Yeah, and how to make it all sustainable. So we really got like different like projects, like from different project makers. They brought their ideas, and we see, okay, they're missing power. Maybe they need like academic support. They need maybe like leadership support, or maybe they need maybe also students. So this was like our maybe starting point, like how we can collaborate and how we can make like achieve those SDGs you're seeing here. So everybody knows the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, yeah. Perfect. And this was like what we did. Like I developed like a course module, like to really like a learning module, like 14 weeks. I was teaching also here. I used to teach here for 3 years, and this was like basically on focusing on sustainable transformation and for transdisciplinary collaboration. So we invited for different stakeholders. As you can see, like in one campus, we have like different stakeholders. We have also professors, we have also students, but we have also like our collaborators as citizens or like government or like companies and so on. So basically the idea, not just the idea, but what the projects we did, like what we were focusing on, like that we really like connect and we make this impact projects not just because we want to do an impact, but really we want to transform also like the people's mind. Because if you're not believing to it, so that you can like really step into this real action. So we did like 15 impact projects, more than 400 students joined our courses, so many guest speakers and so on. But yeah, you can check this later. Okay, perfect. I know, the next one. Ah, yeah, this one. Okay, so maybe, so since we are like here together with like young leaders, and we said, okay, we need also like this leadership and empowerment. So basically we were going on not just like science-based coaching, but also really to see like what's the need of these people, of this target group, to understand and really to give like target-based coaching. So we developed also personalized pathways. So what does needs like this group of people or institution or like my institution. So this was like first analyzing, lots of analyzing like the building, analyzing the resources, what's the water usage, what's the energy usage, to see individual, like based on the building, to transform like a pathway for climate neutrality, for climate neutral building, and for climate neutral campus. So it's very important also like to check, like of course the data, but really communicate also with the people, like what's their need, and to go with this need to the result. And we saved also lots of energy and water, so this was also my thesis, so the next one. And yeah, and then maybe the last point, we were focusing also on engagement. Since it's not easy to say, okay, reduce your water usage, it's not easy for an individual like to just that they can like think of, okay, what should I reduce, or what's my usage for it. So that's why it's super important, like what you are doing as in your work, as in your leadership position, or like what you are doing, I don't know, but I will know you like maybe after like a bit more better. So it's super important that you speak out. So what you are doing here, or like what you are maybe did today, like in the conference or tomorrow, it's super important that you get this knowledge and that you share with other people, no matter what, in different ways, in events or like in your social circles. Or yeah, what we were doing is like we were organizing our own events. Like in this room I did like, I don't know, maybe more than 30 events. But also it's like super important that you are not just like doing it for yourself, but also like to engage others. So your own work, because this is like what the leaders do. The leader is there like to show the way, but not pushing the way like for the others. So you are showing the way and how to do it, and they follow you, because like this is like the mindset of a leader that maybe that you also keep in your mind. the next one. I think we are at the end. Ah, yeah. So this was just like a little, maybe to show you like what kind of SDGs we worked on, what kind of international, we did lots of projects, and there is also like more to come. Like the main idea is like we take different sustainability challenges from different institutions, organizations. So if you have an idea, if you want to collaborate, you can also come to me later. The next one, please. Yeah, some photos also from here. I think we can also go with that. The next one. Yeah, this. Okay, so this is like the basically what I was telling. Like now, it's a change management process. So first, you need to understand like what's happening, like what's the initial status is. So what am I changing? What am I transforming? First, you need to understand with your stakeholder group, and it's at the beginning. It's hard. It's hard for you to say like, okay, like now we are doing this. It's hard for them to follow you. You really need to understand like, after those data analysis, after those like lots of talks, interviews, like I don't know, so many methods, you know, you're already using maybe. It's first of all to say, okay, we are gonna change this, we are gonna be climate neutral, we are gonna be like more sustainable. Like it's for them, it's like a burden. They don't want to do it at the first time because this is like the human mind. If I'm doing something, why should I like change, or why should I change my habit if it's like already I'm in the okay mood, you know? So that's why it's very important to understand your stakeholder group and to understand the needs and to develop like formats. So what do they want? So which format? Is this the format like of a keynote? Is it the format of hackathon? Is the format of workshop? So there are like different formats. And after you see, like you start developing your project with your institution or like in your company, and then it comes like this also like this anger because they don't understand first of all like what's happening because I'm changing, like why do I need to change? And then it comes like, if you don't give like this communication on a way that, okay, like we are doing something together. So they really need to believe you, that you are like with them, supporting them every time, every day. And then it comes like this acceptance, because they see it's working, I can change something. It doesn't mean that I'm like gonna do maybe now, but I'm doing maybe for future generations. So you really need to give them like an understanding of like why are they doing that, so that they follow you. And then afterwards, when they integrate like your formats, like your leadership mindset, then it's easy to develop joint initiatives, but I would say here also whole institution approach, like holistic approach. And that you can see like it's internal, external, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary. You can go in and out in a very good way, like what you are doing, I don't know. But at the end, I think like this, if you are like following this curve, it's for you also, for yourself. It's also very important to check like, okay, maybe am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something right? It's always like this dilemma, but believe in yourself. Because like if you're sitting here, I think you're already like doing something good. So I think like at the end, then you will reach like the success. Yeah, and this was like maybe for me, for today. You can like also come to me afterwards when we're doing the workshop. And I'm happy to give over. Thank you so much.